Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. I'm so excited to share a delicious dessert that's perfect for your holiday table. I'm going to teach you how to make Trigona Panoramatos. Now that just translates to Greek-styled cream-filled phyllo cones. Now I'm going to be filling mine with pastry cream, a vanilla pastry cream that's just like pudding, creamy, luscious, and luxurious. And then I'm going to top them or decorate them with a little bit of whipped cream. And then you can dip them or garnish them in whatever you like. You can just leave them plain like that, or put some sprinkles on them, some toasted chopped pistachios or walnuts or sliced almonds. You could even do some chocolate on top. The sky's the limit. These are beautiful and tasty. Everything is good about these. They do take a couple of steps, so you do have to put a little bit of love and care into them. Nothing difficult, but it is just a few things. We are going to start by making the pastry cream. Let's go over those ingredients. So in my saucepan here, I have some whole milk warming up. I have some granulated sugar with a little bit of salt, some cornstarch, unsalted butter, heavy whipping cream, pure vanilla extract, and we have 8 eggs here. We're just going to be using the yolks. So I'm just going to separate my eggs. I'm going to separate the whites because all we need is the yolks. You could save the whites to make meringues. Those are also beautiful this time of year. Or you can just make a nice egg white omelet or something, scrambled eggs or something like that. So we have the eggs, salt, and granulated sugar in the bowl. I'm going to add the heavy whipping cream, and I'm just going to whisk this all together until it's all nice and combined and smooth. That's good. Now I'm going to add the cornstarch. Cornstarch is going to make this pudding, this pastry cream, nice and thick. So we're just going to mix this up. And I'm just going to set this aside now and wait for my milk to almost come to a boil. You don't want it to boil. You just want it to get really nice and hot so that way we can temper this egg mixture, and we'll get to that in just a few minutes. It happens really quickly. So the milk is steaming hot. At this point, I'm just going to pour some of it into my egg mixture so I could bring the temperature up, also known as tempering, because if I were to add the egg mixture into the hot milk, it could scramble, and then bye-bye pastry cream. You're not going to have anything smooth and silky. So we're going to want to bring the mixture up by adding some of the milk, a little bit at a time. Now we're going to add the egg mixture back into the saucepan, and we're going to cook this over medium heat until it thickens. Now you do not want to step aside from the pan, because if this burns, it's over. The whole thing is going to have to get thrown out. Just stay close by, continue to whisk it the whole time. It's going to take just a few minutes, and once it thickens, then we're going to add the remaining 2 ingredients to it. Okay, as soon as it begins to boil, it's going to thicken, and it's going to be at the right consistency. Let me show you what it's going to look like. This is what you're looking for, and it's going to thicken as it sits. So we're going to remove it off the heat, and I'm going to add the butter and pure vanilla extract, about 3 teaspoons or so, and just keep mixing it until the butter is melted. And then you're just going to take it and pass it through a strainer or a sieve to catch any hard bits that might not have cooked well, any pieces of cornstarch or egg. Then you're just going to want to take a piece of plastic wrap and just put it all across the top so that way it doesn't form a skin. Now you could do this part 1 to 2 days ahead of time, make the pastry cream and let it chill in the refrigerator, keep it ready. But since I'm doing it right now and I'll be making these cones shortly after, I have a big bowl of ice that I'm going to put this pudding in. Keep saying pudding. It's basically pastry cream. Pastry cream is basically a thicker pudding, so I'm just going to put this in the larger bowl with the ice so that it can cool down quicker. And once this ice melts, I'm going to add some more ice to it. I'm going to set it aside. Now we're going to move on to making the syrup. So for the syrup, we're going to need some granulated sugar, a cinnamon stick, some water, and pure vanilla extract. So instead of the cinnamon and the vanilla extract, you can definitely add some cardamom pods in this and do a teaspoon or 2 of rose water instead if you want a little bit of a different flavor. But I'm going with this because it is a really nice seasonal flavor. I'm going to put it on the heat. I'm going to cook this over medium-high heat until it comes to a boil. Once it boils and all of the sugar is dissolved, you want to make sure you stir it a few times while it's cooking. Take it off the heat, and then we're going to go ahead and add the vanilla extract. Then you're just going to want to set the syrup aside to cool completely. Now we're going to move on to forming the cones. For the cones, we're going to need 1/2 pound of phyllo pastry and 3/4 pound of unsalted butter. We're also going to need some parchment paper or foil that we're going to crumble up and form into little balls so that way they can go inside of the cones so that way they can keep their shape. Now the particular brand of phyllo that I'm using today packages their phyllo pastry in 2 packs. Each pack is 1/2 pound, and it's not the usual long roll of dough. So I'm just going to cut this into 2 equal pieces. If you're using the traditional 1-pound roll of phyllo, then you're going to be able to cut it into 3 equal pieces. So you could have 3 rows of strips. We're going to cut this in half right now, and we're going to form the little parchment balls. So just take little strips of parchment or foil and just crumble them up and set them aside. This makes about 26 cones. You're going to need 26 little balls of parchment paper. I do prefer the parchment paper over the foil because it's much easier to remove from the cone after it's baked. You're going to want to make sure that the phyllo is defrosted overnight in the refrigerator, and then take it out and leave it at room temperature for 1 to 2 hours before you work with it, so that way it's very easy to work with. Now I'm going to cut this into 2 equal pieces. Again, if it was the big roll, you would do into 3 equal pieces. So I'm going to take 1 strip of phyllo at a time. Put it on my work surface. Drizzle a little bit of the melted butter on top. You do not want to brush because you want there to be air pockets in between so these bake nice and crispy. Same thing with the second sheet. Put it on top of that. Drizzle some melted butter. Then the third sheet goes on top and no butter on top of that. Now we're just going to form a little triangle. So we're going to take one end and fold it up and keep folding upwards until you end up with a triangle. Just like so. Then we're going to take a knife and cut it in half so we could have 2 little triangles, just like so. And now we're going to separate it. So separate them, and then you're going to take one of the little balls of parchment paper and put it in the center. I'll show you again with this piece. So it should separate easily on that third layer that does not have the butter. They should not stick together. Open it up, put the little piece of parchment in there. Place them on a baking tray that's lined with parchment paper. You're going to need 2 baking trays. And let's do one more so I could show you again how we do this. 1 strip of pastry, some melted butter, another strip. Now, if you run into a problem of 2 strips sticking together, don't try to separate them. Don't worry about it. Just put both sheets on top and just drizzle with butter and do another layer, so you'll probably end up with 4 sheets. It's not a big deal. And then the last sheet goes on top, no butter on that, and then we're going to form a triangle. Cut it in half, separate the center to open it up, put a little piece of parchment paper in there, and on the baking tray it goes. So I'm going to continue forming these cones. Make sure that the oven is preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we're going to move on to the final step once these are all formed. So I brush them really well with butter all around. If they're starting to loosen up and open up in spots, this is a good time to brush them really well with the butter and kind of stick them back together in some spots. They don't have to be perfect. Once they bake up, they're just going to look beautiful. Now, I did say 3/4 pound of butter in the beginning. That is how much butter you'll need if you're doing a whole pound of phyllo pastry with this. You're going to need less than half a pound for this, like 1/3 pound of butter. 1/3 pound of butter is what you're going to need for this. My oven is preheated at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to bake these for about 30 minutes, and you want that lower temperature so that way they can bake all the way through and stay nice and crisp. You don't want to bake them at a high temperature and then they're going to brown really fast and the inside is not going to be crisp and they're going to be kind of soggy on the inside. That is not what you want. 25-30 minutes is what you need. Once they're nice and golden all around, we're going to take them out and move on to the next step. So while the cones are baking, now we're going to move on to making our whipped cream. Now this is totally optional, but since it is the holiday season and if you are doing a dinner party and you're serving these, why not go through the extra step of making the whipped cream? It's so delicious, and I would definitely use just homemade whipped cream, not the store-bought stuff. It's a day and night difference. Homemade whipped cream is just a few ingredients, just some heavy whipping cream, a little bit of powdered sugar, and vanilla extract. That's all you need. And you just throw all the ingredients in a mixing bowl. Now, if you have a stand mixer, go ahead and use that. Make sure it has the whisk attachment attached to it. If you can also do this by hand with a hand mixer, or even with a whisk and a bowl. It's just going to take a little extra time. If you are doing it by hand, make sure that you put the heavy cream and your beaters in the freezer for like 10-15 minutes. Also freeze the bowl and then it'll whip up much faster. I'm just going to use my stand mixer. So I'm going to put everything in there. Pure vanilla extract. And I'm just going to whisk this until it's nice and thick. It's going to resemble like Greek yogurt. It's going to be just like whipped cream, nice and thick. Don't beat it too much, otherwise it's going to start to separate and turn into butter. So it just takes a few minutes on high speed and it is ready. I'm just going to transfer it into a pastry bag. So I like to put this into a plastic pastry bag or vinyl pastry bag. I just snip off the tip with a scissor, and then I have a big star tip. This is the 1M from Wilton. I'll put the link down below. Just put it in here. It's better to do it too big than too small, because if it's too big, it's better to do it too small than too big, because if it's too big, the tip is gonna come off and then you're gonna have to throw the bag away and start over with a new one. So I'm just gonna transfer everything into my pastry bag and I'm gonna store it in the refrigerator until I'm ready to decorate the cones. And make sure not to fill the bag up all the way. 3/4 of the way up is good, so that way it doesn't seep out of the other end. If it's hard for you to fill the bag just the way I did, I've had 10 years of cake decorating experience, so it's very easy for me. But you can definitely put this in a glass and then just fold the ends over and then fill your bag. That would be easy. I'm gonna put this in my refrigerator. I can smell the cones, they're almost ready. Then we're gonna move on to the next step. My phyllo cones took 30 minutes to bake. They're beautifully golden. Now you just wanna go in and carefully remove the little balls of parchment from inside of each center of the cone. Now again, I'm gonna recommend that you don't use aluminum foil and you do use parchment paper, because it's so much easier to take it out once they're baked. Now the syrup should be nice and cool. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take one at a time and dunk it into the syrup. Make sure that it's soaked all the way through, all around, so just keep it in there for about 10 to 15 seconds or so. You could probably do a few at a time. I'll do 2 at a time so they don't crumble and make a mess. And then take the cone out and put it on a drying rack so that way it can drain all of the excess syrup. If you're gonna serve all of them, then you would do the whole syrup procedure for all of the cones. If not, if you're only making a few like I am today, we're not having any guests over, so I'm not gonna make all of these right now. I'm just gonna put some of them in the syrup, and the rest of the syrup I'm gonna use tomorrow when my guests are coming over. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these cones once they're completely cooled, and I'm gonna put them in an airtight container, and then tomorrow when I go to serve them, I'm gonna warm up the syrup, because when you're making syrupy pastries that you want to stay really nice and crisp and flaky, one thing has to be hot and the other thing has to be cool. So tomorrow, the cones are gonna be nice and cool, so I'm gonna want the syrup to be nice and warm. So I'm just gonna warm the syrup through and do the same thing. Dunk them in there, strain them, and then fill them. So I'm gonna continue dunking these in the syrup. I'm gonna let them strain, and then we're gonna move on to filling them. So now it's time to fill them. Now you can fill them with exactly what we made, the pastry cream, the whipped cream, both, just one. You could also do like a chocolate hazelnut spread like Nutella. You can get super creative in this and do whatever you like. This is the classic combination. So you just want to take one of the cones, and then I like to put my pastry cream in a pastry bag just because it makes it so much easier to handle and keeps everything nice and clean. I just cut the tip off from the pastry bag. You don't need a tip inside of this, just the bag alone will do. Go ahead and pipe some cream in there. Look at how pretty that is. Just that alone is enough to create a beautiful dessert that is super tasty. But we're gonna take it up another notch by decorating it with a little bit of the homemade vanilla whipped cream. Look at how pretty that is. And then you can take your favorite toppings. I like to do salted pistachios that have been chopped up, salted roasted pistachios. I love the combination of the sweet and the salty. I love all of the textures. I like the crunchy, the flaky, the creamy. All of it together is just gonna be delicious. Let me do each one a little differently so they all get the whipped cream at the end for that little touch of elegance. I'm gonna do chocolate. This is semi-sweet chocolate that I've just chopped up. And of course you can flavor the pastry cream and the whipped cream whatever your favorite flavorings are. You can mix in some of your favorite preserves in there to make it like a fruity type of flavor. You could put some chocolate in there and make a chocolate pastry cream. The sky's the limit. Get creative and let me know how you're gonna make it in the comment section down below. And because there's a kid in me somewhere deep down in there, I do love these rainbow sprinkles. They take me back to my childhood. So I'm gonna go in and take a bite and taste it. So light and airy. There's no pretty way to do this, okay, you guys? So light and airy. The phyllo is perfectly cooked. It's crispy, it's flaky, it's buttery, it's sweet. The whipped cream is really nice and light. The pastry cream is perfectly rich and creamy. And I love the crunchy salted pistachios on top. You guys should definitely go on over to the website, dimitrasdishes.com, print this recipe out, make it, share your comments with me down below and let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me today. I will see you all next time. Yes, us.